Concept 2, graphing reflections on a coordinate plane. So remember, a reflection flips a figure across a line, and we're always going to be using the x or y axis as our line of reflection. Okay. What that does is it makes it easy for us because we have a mathematical formula that tells us what our resulting coordinates are going to be. Okay. So when you're reflecting across the y-axis, okay, so when your line is the vertical y-axis, you're going to be reflecting across it, so horizontally. So reflecting across the y-axis changes your x-coordinate. Okay, the values are going to stay the same. It's only the sign that's going to change. Okay, you can think of this as multiplying your x-coordinate by -1. Okay, x times -1. All right, that's going to change the sign. If it's positive, like these ones, it'll become negative. If it was negative, it would turn positive. Okay. Same thing for when you're reflecting across the x-axis, except now your figure is flipping and changing vertically. Okay. So if it was positive y values, they would change to negative. If they were positive y values, they'll change to, or negative y values, they would change to positive. Okay. So remember, when you're reflecting, you're always changing the coordinate opposite from the axis that you're flipping over, okay, or reflecting across. All right, so for this one, I've got a rectangle. I can kind of count it. I could say, okay, from right here, the y-axis, in this case the axis of symmetry, or the axis of reflection, it's 2 away. So my new B prime is going to be 2 away from the other side. It's going to be 2 to the left. This is a positive 2. All right, that means it's going to become, I'm doing B. B prime is going to become -2, 3. Okay, my y value, my y coordinate doesn't change, just my x coordinate. Okay, same thing for A. It is positive 2. It should become -2. 7 stays the same. C prime, right now it's 4. It'll become -4. 3. And -4, 7 for D prime. Alright, and I can graph those. It will be at -2, 7. C is, or D is -4, 7. And C is -4, 3. Okay. And that is not a very rectangular rectangle. Try to straighten that out a little bit. So I've got my B prime here, my A prime here. Notice that they stay closest to the y-axis, okay, the axis of reflection. Whichever point is closest on your original figure is going to be closest on your resulting figure. This would be D prime and C prime. Okay. Now, same thing, except we're reflecting over the x-axis. I've got A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. I'll try and do this quickly. -2, 7, -2, 3, -4, 3, and -4, 7. Okay. So just like before, where I flipped the sign on the x-coordinate because I was flipping my figure over the y-axis, now I'm going to flip or multiply by -1 my y-coordinates because I'm flipping over the x-axis. So A double prime would become -2, -7. B double prime, my parentheses, -2, -3. C double prime, negative 4, negative 3, and D double prime, negative 4, negative 7. Okay. Generally, and I'm not going to bother graphing that because I know I've done it mathematically and I've got the right coordinates. Generally, when your figure is all inside one quadrant, reflections are pretty straightforward. When you have a figure, let's say we had a triangle that came, something like, we'll say like that, okay? Reflecting over the x-axis or over the y-axis then becomes a little more difficult. It's a little harder to visualize. Mathematically, same thing, okay? You're still just changing the coordinates. All right, so if I was going to flip this triangle over the x-axis, this point with a positive y-coordinate would become negative. These points with negative y-coordinates would then become positive. Something like that, right? And my new triangle would be up there, and they would kind of overlap a little bit, okay? Mathematically, still works. It just looks a little bit more confusing when you're doing it graphically.